Oh, wait, I have notoriety.
That was perfect timing. I just hit record as you said that. Okay, starting off strong.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hello. Welcome to the only game where you could accidentally duct tape a bioweapon to the roof of your car and drive it through the center of the city. It's HSD2. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Marin, and I recently got some malware now. I can hack things now.
Hey, I'm playing Arian, and I am the Fasty Horse. Not quite done yet, but we'll see what happens.
I'm Agnerite, the micro doctor that now specializes in apparently cutting out tumors made from bioweapons. And never let me get behind a wheel. Bad things.
And unfortunately, Sorona cannot join us tonight due to personal issues. But yes, cracking on. Anyone wish to give us a super duper quick recap of what happened last time?
It'd probably be easier if one of them did the half that they did and I do the half that I did.
However you wish to do it.
You guys can start off.
Alright, well, what we ended up doing was taking the box to find out what was in it, being recommended to, quite frankly, a hack of a scientist who
Sorry.
opened it without any protective equipment and gassed himself with an agent that we found out had fused most of his internal workings as far as lungs go into a solid mass of flesh. So we get this thing somewhat contained in a box and wrap it in duct tape massively, which turned into a balloon duct tape to the top of my car. As we rushed to the only other person we knew of who has contacts with TTI to find out what this is, dumped it unceremoniously into a hangar and promptly gassed the hangar when we had to puncture it, and almost ourselves. We found out that it's meant for disabling TTI bioweapons, and now we're trying to figure out why they had it.
Yeah, you took it to Slatter, and even he wasn't 100% sure what it does. And he was doing a lot of guesswork, like he knew this material does this, that material does that, and he's sort of putting two and two together and kind of getting five.
Meanwhile, on the other end of town, while they were dealing with a inflating balloon of scotch tape, I took Kyle, the accident-prone bird, to the hospital that we had detained, put up in a hospital, and acted to be his doctor, Good Samaritan. It's really convenient that he never asked who the Good Samaritan was, coming to think of it. And from there, I was able to determine not much, but I got him to call in his brother, apparently, and they then drove off. While they were driving off, I kind of snuck under their car and hitched a ride and into the parking lot of the building that we were previously unsuccessful of getting into. From their car, I managed to steal some ID cards for the building. Well, not ID cards, more like swipe security cards, and a surefire pistol. From there, I managed to escape without being detected, rejoined the rest of the group, and found out that they had somehow released a biological agent that was about to kill somebody. When I rejoined them, we figured out that Slatter says this has something to do with ground up whispers, and we figured out that there were two other agents within the box. One was an adrenal, one was a sedative, and helped reduce the spread of the pink airborne toxin. with that information in hand, I went to Riversong and helped cut out the infected tissue from the scientist that got dosed. I told Riversong we're dealing with something that is possibly much bigger, and that we needed to find out how this all related to the Deep Bite Gang member that was originally killed in her event.
Yeah, that that sounds roughly like what happened. I think one of you had an inkling of how the Deep Bite Gang member ended up there, or did I just imagine that?
I think you might have imagined that because I don't even have any notes on that.
Oh,
I have no notes on why the Deep Bite Gang member died.
We just know he was there and he got killed.
Yep.
okay. I must have dreamt it. Never mind. So I believe you spent the night at Sladder's estate.
Yes, and the first thing that we wanted to do when we could talk to him again was ask him if he knew what Lotus was.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, like in the morning, it's like the rooms you stayed in, best rooms you've probably ever stayed in ever. Massive beds made with actual feathers. None of this foam bollocks. But yeah, he's in his study, going over some of old notes he's got packed away. When you ask him this question, he looks up, sort of a bit perplexed. What do you mean? The flower, or someone by the name of Lotus?
Possibly a code name. The person that had all those boxes with that pink agent in it,
Kyle.
he only had one contact in his Kyle. He had one contact in his burner phone, and it was just titled Lotus.
He thinks for a little bit. Lotus potentially could be a what do they call them on the streets now? A cook? Is that what they call them? Someone who makes drugs?
Probably.
Huh.
Sounds about right.
Seems a bit obvious. Why would he have? It's just more strings to this ball of yarn.
Let's review what we know about the Deep Bite angle here. So, Deep Bite representative was killed at Riversong's game. Kyle was there, but Kyle also later made a delivery, something in a briefcase, to Jerome, who used to work for Squares, but now is with the Deep Bites. And his payment was these 3 containers. Am I missing anything?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, I really don't. It's just a bit out my depth dealing with gang members, but I do have a bit of a lead on that front. Apparently, the Deep Bite Gang is fracturing. And
Okay.
one of my contacts has recently heard about one of the Deep Bites how can I put it? Less rough members. More the brains than the brawn. Defected a couple of weeks ago. And both the loyal Deep Bites and Squares' men have been hunting them down ever since.
Okay.
If I was a betting man, I would hazard to guess that individual has information that they don't want getting out. Apparently.
Well,
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, well, how are we supposed to find this guy if even Squares and all of his men can't?
Yeah. Apparently he's in the west part of the city, but I mean, that's still several 100,000 buildings to check.
Do you have a name?
Goes by the name of Rodney. Don't have a last name. He's a bull vector. Sort of deep tan fur color. Not a lot of information on him, really. But if we could somehow find him, he may be able to put at least a few more pieces of the puzzle together. The only other alternative I can think of is we go straight into Square's office, but without an invitation, that's pretty much a death sentence, I'd imagine, if he's as protective as that.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Maybe Griff has some information that we could use.
Oh yeah, you've not spoke to Griff in ages.
Yeah, probably something we should catch up with.
Did they die?
To be fair, things were a little bit out of hand for a minute there.
Yeah, I'd imagine him not wanting to hear about us having to deal with bioweapon, but at least he doesn't have to learn about that anymore.
You check your toggles and it's like you have 50 missed calls from Griff.
I can totally see that too.
It's like 2 messages of just, guys, where are you? And then like 3 hours later,
Are you
do
alive?
I need to call someone?
They're like 40 messages, and each one gets more and more panicked.
And then
And I'll just send him a cryptic message just saying, "We're alive."
Might as well go visit him.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head out and talk to our boss. He may be able to help us out with some more of the street level information.
Fine. Yeah, sure. I will keep you updated if I find anything. Although that canister you brought in, it seems to have finally stopped. My staff tell me it's been pumping out that stuff all night.
Yeesh.
Has the room can you vent out the room so we can get to it?
we've had all the doors and that open in there, and as far as I can tell, no one's been affected. Seems to have a somewhat limited range on it, that all the substance it's pumping out needs to be of a certain build-up to have any effect.
Yeah. Yeah,
That-
it seems to be.
Well, let's go get it.
Eh,
Who wants to carry the box that's been opened?
Who has the best
Who has
full gear?
who has the balls to go pick up a bioweapon that's been going off?
Exactly.
shot not.
Not
Not the guy that can operate and actually save you.
yeah, not the guy that can save us.
Too late. You already said not last.
Are you just like rock,
Oh.
paper, scissoring for it?
Guess a number 1 through 10.
7.
3.
It was 9.
Damn. Alright, well,
Get it.
what PPE do you have that I can wear?
I have a micro. Oh well, maybe Slatter has something more your size. Mine wouldn't fit.
That's what I was thinking.
He also has World War One era stuff, so it might not actually work. I mean,
Just
we
get
were
the
able
mask.
to. All
It
right.
doesn't.
I mean, yeah, he does have. I mean, they are fully functional and up to code. They're just styled to look like World War One gear.
Yeah, I can't imagine it not being that way because all the World War One gear was kind of blown up.
I mean, very few of it has probably survived to this day and age, but
It's still on Earth.
Well, the stuff they managed to get off probably needs a hell of a restoration job now.
I don't think it would have even been worth it to
Go
bring
get
it.
it.
Either way, I'll get some PPE. A big pair of rubber gloves and a mask at the very least. And go very carefully poke it with a stick first.
Yeah, you're given like a set of like almost a big industrial sized tongs almost.
Comically sized ice tongs.
Yeah, you give it a poke. It doesn't seem to do much.
Alright,
The
gently
ground,
lift it out of the box.
the ground around it is slightly stained pink, but other than that, no. The air is clear, and that candy smell's gone.
Well, that's good to know. So now that I've picked it up, what do we do with it?
I mean, it's not leaking any fumes. We're gonna take it in the car. Just put it in a bag.
As you do exit the hangar that you dumped it in, you do realise that pink stuff on the floor has stuck to the bottom of your boots.
Oh, goody.
Ditch the boots.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I don't need it bonding me to the gas pedal of my car.
That does bring a new aspect to being one with one's view.
Yeah, but but having to pull your foot out of your boot to be able to press the brake, probably a bad thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Time to go visit my grip.
Go visit your boss.
It's all good, I've got reclaimed iron hooves.
So yeah, it's probably about an hour to an hour and a half drive back to headquarters, and headquarters is probably a bit fancier word for it because it's more of a shop front with just a desk, and above is like locker rooms for people to keep their gear and stuff, and then the room above that is like Griff's office. It's nothing fancy because you're just only a small company of about, including yourselves, about 10 people total.
All right.
Griff is up in his office, doing the usual of pacing holes through the wall, where he's worried about something, couldn't possibly think what.
Right?
We did nothing wrong.
Hello.
Where the hell have you been?
We've been over at Slaughter's place containing a... Well, I'm going to let you guys explain.
Yeah, we were doing some investigation on possible suspects after we talked to Sir Slider. He mentioned Victor Squares might have some connection with the Deep Bike gang, and we also we also encountered another Kyle again, and this time he was. I mean, we got led into to some kind of like weird hideout with boxes of bioweapons, I guess.
We are hitting him with a lot of information right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see he's getting just angrier and angrier the more you explain. It's just like, but okay, didn't think to keep you in the loop.
It was kind of a busy time.
We also took it to some quack who to examine the.
River Song's quack.
Yep.
Yes, River Song's quack. We did keep her in the loop.
And the quack opened the box without any regulations, and gas went out, and he got poisoned.
He set off a bioweapon.
He is alive. Don't worry about it. I managed to cut out what was basically he exposed himself to something that causes organs to start fusing together. He isn't dead. I managed to save him. Riversong was very thankful for that, by the way. And right now, we're trying to determine how the Pink Mist bioweapon is related to the Deep Bite gang. From what we found out, it has something to do. Our best lead is a guy called Rodney. Some kind of bull. He's a bull of some sort, and we've been told that he probably has the most information that could help us out.
He collapses into his chair, rubbing the bridge of his nose, just, we're a security company. Why do we keep getting dragged into these sort of games?
Because people are afraid of cops.
Wait, when did we deal with a bioweapon before? That's my question.
Don't worry about it.
That's a very good question.
That's a don't worry about it situation.
Griff was like, ignore that happened.
I'm going to hope you're referring to something before my employment with you.
We'll come back to that. But, Rodney, did you say? Bull.
Yes.
Do we have an address or any known...
West Side.
Yeah, we unfortunately didn't have a chance to get much on him.
Tan fur.
You know, could be a coincidence, but there's a bar in the West Side where there is a bull of that description working there. Nah, that could be worth checking out. Just, it's a nice bar, don't cause a scene.
Are we talking about River Songs, the nice kind of bar, or is it just is it a nice dive that we don't want to burn?
They let you smoke inside.
Track and all.
and the whiskey's not too bad. It's a little gentleman's club, for lack of a better term. It's not that. Yes,
Pulse?
yes,
Wait,
they
Pulse
have.
Town subject. Sorry.
Yes, they do have girls that come and serve you, but it's not like that. It's a calm, relaxing environment, not like those clubs.
You mean it's not that good?
I'm surprised something like this even exists in Pulse.
I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Yeah, me either.
Being a Pulse native, definitely not surprised.
Yeah, it's in one of the quieter parts of the west side. Down, you got to go down quite a few alleys to get to it. It's called. Christ, I can't think of the name now. I'm trying to think of it. It's called the Leather Seat.
Classy.
Yeah, it's a bit of an old classic joint. Could be a coincidence.
What is he, the bartender there or the manager?
No, he's not the manager. He's one of the. Yeah, he's one of the bartenders, but I've seen him working in back in the kitchens once or twice.
Have there been a lot of deep fight gang members around there?
They lurk around there, but none tend to go too close to it. They seem more interested in just being a hassle on the streets.
Yeah, that may have changed recently, by the sound of things.
Well, time to go to a bar.
Before you go,
Sounds like a plan to me.
before you go, who's the designated driver?
Probably not me. I can't drive his car.
I'm an athlete, I don't drink.
There, that's good enough.
Those two things are not mutually exclusive.
They are if you want to keep your body in proper good shape.
There would be many, many people who would disagree with you on that. But continue.
Well, I mean, I'm not averse to a glass of wine on Christmas, but... or whatever holiday they might have.
They probably celebrate Christmas, not as in.
Yeah, that probably did get carried over,
Yeah.
sort of. In a way.
I think I did remember reading somewhere about it got carried over, but only like the commercial side of it got carried over.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I imagine a lot of holidays, only the commercialized side of it got carried over.
Well, when the world is run by corporations, that's pretty much what happens.
Just yeah. Sorry, continue.
And we will leave Saruna here to brief you on everything else. And do all the paperwork, for Kyle and the things that into.
As you guys, sorry, go on.
Speaking of, do you know how the hell he got released?
What, Kyle?
Yeah.
Bail, I think.
Of course. Alright.
In fact, do you remember that sergeant that took him away from that night where this all kicked off? That
Vaguely?
that stallion, I think he was. He poked his head in here a couple of hours ago. Actually, bringing up Kyle. his boss got paid a lot of money to have Kyle released.
Huh.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Considering what he had on him, I am not surprised.
That's also true.
Yeah,
He probably had.
to retire.
probably had-
Sorry, go on.
He probably had a pretty good record doing whatever he did before we hopped in.
Yeah, what to think? Retiring at 40. Wow. Well, only one can dream. But yeah, no. Yeah, Max Valentine, I think his name was. I'll give you his contact details. It may help to have a contact within the law. I hope you guys
Yeah,
are
is it-
operating within the law. Please tell me you are. Lie to me if you have
Mostly.
to.
Yeah. Yes. We are operating completely within the law. We even enacted the Good Samaritan law.
That's my boys.
Hey.
As you guys go to leave again, you just feel the daggers of Serrano just piercing into your back.
But she's getting so good at it.
By the end of this campaign, her hand is going to sound like a cement mixer.
You'll need a body change just to get rid of the carpal tunnel.
Replacement limb.
Prosthetic hand.
Gee, you'd think they'd have gotten voice recognition down by now, but I guess they haven't.
Speech to text.
Exactly.
The thing is, the mics are so sensitive, they pick up what's going on behind you as well.
Just hear somebody cursing in the background.
And to be fair, those voice to text things, they take a while to get used to and for it to learn your voice, because I had one once, and what I was speaking wasn't what was being written down.
Alright, to the pub/club.
Yes.
To the clug.
Plug.
Where did the G come from?
That's a good question.
I'm not entirely sure.
Ignore it, move on.
It got lost in translation. There you go.
More like it got added in translation.
Yeah.
They found the silent G. Didn't know it was silent though. Yeah. So this bar is in the west side of town. It takes you. It's still probably morning time, so you're going with into traffic as well. So it probably takes you about a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get there. But you know you're in the fancy part when you just there isn't many pedestrians walking around, and those that are wearing very business suit attire or very fancy dresses. Even the roads look better quality made. Everything's got a very classy look to it. And this little bar is it's styled like an ye old pub with the bulging glass windows. It's got sconces on the outside that are ablaze. And as soon as
Holographic flames, of course.
controlled, but they don't look controlled. And as soon as you walk in, you are just greeted by the smell of tobacco, strong alcohol, and leather, basically, because there isn't a seat in this place that isn't caked in it.
Lovely.
And unlike most places you go to where they have music playing, this place does, but it's very quiet and somber. Not the loud, throbbing dance music or whatever's the going thing at the moment. This is quite a relaxed, quiet club. And lo and behold, there is a bull behind the bar cleaning glasses of the exact description.
What's his
I
fur
will-
color?
He has a tan colour of fur, but just peeking out on his neck, you can see there is some white highlighting, almost like a tattoo.
I'll let you guys do the talking because I'm not the best at it.
I'll let you take care of that. You could probably make better eye contact. I'm stuck below the bar, Steve.
Damn, I wish I brought a suit. I could walk up and set you on the bar like a mafia boss.
Could you lift me though?
One or two of the stalls almost do have a little hand crank for micros to boost themselves up.
That is lazy. I will climb.
As you approach, he looks over. Greetings, gentlemen. What will it be today?
I'll have a Manhattan.
Can I have a sangria?
One of his eyebrows is slowly getting higher with every request.
I'll have a bottle of Vectorade. I'm the designated driver.
Sure, I'll see what we got. He disappears behind the bar down into one of the doors. As he does turn, you do get a clearer viewing of that marking on his neck. It does look like a deep bite tattoo marking.
How many other people are there in the bar?
Three others, but two of them are in the far corner, sort of quietly conversing with each other. A older dolphin vector and a rat vector, and stood on the other side of the bar is a crow vector who sort of hunched over, reading a paper whilst sipping a very dark-looking drink. And you can smell it from where you are. It's strong, whatever it is. After about 10 minutes, the bowl returns with the drinks, gives a sort of nervous chuckle. Sorry about the wait, lads. Had to pull a few strings and raid some of the cupboards.
Yeah, no worries.
What brings you here then, lads? You're not one of the regulars.
You kind of cut out.
What brings you lads here then? You don't look like any of the regulars.
I'll be honest, I'm actually only recently came here, but my two friends have been in Pulse for some time. Well, this town. Um,
Well, we just want to go out and go to a side of town we haven't really been before.
Our
Besides,
boss
we
recommended this place.
Sorry, what was that then?
our boss
Our boss
recommended the place.
Oh, who's that?
Griff, he's a skunk. You might know him.
Ah, yeah, Griff. Yeah, he's been here a few times. Kind of worried about him. He's always talking to his drink.
We may or may not be the cause of some of it.
Everything's so much clearer.
As a security company, we haven't exactly been the most stress-free employees.
I'm looking around. As he said that, did I notice anybody perk?
Sorry, anyone?
Did anyone perk up when he just said that we were part of a security company?
Not particularly. The odd glance every now and then, but that no one suddenly bolts upright or starts immediately making their way to the door. The two gentlemen are quite happily conversing with each other, and the crow is very deeply into his paper.
Okay, so dropping that didn't cause anybody to panic. Good.
No, and the bull
Or
doesn't.
becoming incredibly suspicious immediately.
And the bull doesn't seem to particularly worry, so to speak. If anything, his facial expression becomes more interested than panicked or concerned. He's like, "Oh, you work? Yeah, he did say so about security. What's that? Just keeping the riffraff out of the out of the tills in the local supermarkets, or sort of a bit more dangerous?"
Just making sure the wrong people don't get into one of the sports.
Oh yeah, that thing is happening, isn't it?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll be so. That would really bring in the revenue.
That's the plan, and hopefully a decent contract bonus for us.
Oh, we can all hope for those.
Yeah, something did go a little awry though with this last.
He sort of has a split second pause before he's what? What do you mean? What happened? Can you tell me? I'm a good listener.
At that point, I take my napkin and start drawing on it. I turn it around and show him it's the mark. It's the Deep Bike gang member mark. It was like, well, this was involved.
Like as you're drawing this, his face slowly drops, and then when you say that happened, it then resumes back to his cheery self. Like, oh, yeah, that's a nasty group. They don't come in here often, and if they do, very quick to get them back out again. Don't want to ruin the peace, so to speak.
We found one mysteriously murdered in the back room, and we're not quite sure how he got in.
Not your back room. Just clear.
No, not your back room. Our back room.
No, her back room.
Right, her back room.
Yeah.
Sorry, what? Whose back room? who is her?
At the last job.
Is this a euphemism for something?
No, at the last location we were guarding.
That stadium we mentioned.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I try to stay away from that sort of thing. He sort of leans back a little bit and sort of... He's still talking to you guys a bit, but he's going back to cleaning his glasses.
Wouldn't happen to recognize a rat that looks anything like this, would you? And I hold out the picture that we've got. Of the corpse, of course.
Well, why? How would I know anything about the? Oh, yep, I know him.
Perfect. If there's any information you can give us, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay. Um, I don't really want to talk about it here.
That's fine by us.
Give me 10 minutes and I'll meet you out back.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Alright.
He literally just flops the towel on the the desk, sorry, the bar, and goes out back. And as he does, you vaguely hear, "Mike, I'm going on break." And true to his word, about 10 minutes later, he comes out the back door, sort of pulling a jacket over himself to cover his uniform.
We appreciate you meeting us out back to talk about this.
Look, what does he want? Does he want money? I can give him money.
We're not looking for money from you anyway. We're trying to figure out what he was doing there and why he's now dead. And hopefully how he died.
Wait, so you're not with Jerome?
We are
We
not.
know. No, we're not with him. We know. We know very little about him though, except he's into some. Do you know what he's into? What he's been patent?
Well, he recently got, about a week before I got out of that, he recently somehow proclaimed enough money to get the macro surgery. That's, if you've seen him, you'll know what I mean.
Oh, yes, I do.
And I'm fairly certain he didn't do it through legal channels, so Christ almighty knows what doctor's mad enough to do that. He is.
Yeah,
I would
quite
know the time. So
So he points to the picture again. That's Callum. He was one of the drug runners that we used to use.
Okay. That might explain why we found that lizard in a state of mild delirium.
And Jerome is sort of found his. Squares is supplying Jerome with materials. And Jerome is using those materials to make God knows only what. I thought it was just poisons.
Show him the box.
A picture of the box. I don't imagine bringing a bioweapon into a bar is a good idea.
Well, we're outside the bar. But anyways.
He looks at the picture and what is that what he's making? What is it?
So from what we can tell, the vial with black liquid in it, that is a sedative. The green vial is an adrenaline enhancer. Both are meant to interact with a gas that comes out of the sphere that you see in the middle of the box. That sphere starts dispersing a pink mist and it continues dispersing it for hours. What it does is it biologically fuses organic matter together. Supposedly it works. It's supposed to work on bioprobes, and for that purpose.
Unfortunately, from a quack that opened it up, we found out that it also works on vectors too.
The only way I could save his life was by literally removing his entire respiratory system.
It wasn't a very pleasant experience.
And you guys weren't even there for that part.
Thank goodness we're not.
He sort of covers his mouth a little bit in sort of recoil. It's like, oh, you crazy son of a bitch. Jerome kept talking about taking the fight to them. I thought he just wanted to, off a couple of police officers, sort of make a statement, make everyone fear of the deep bites. But this sounds like he's wanting to outright remove the police force than anyone else.
We should probably bring some of this information to the IRPF then.
Can someone give me, or can anyone give me a perception roll, please?
Yes. All of us can.
Yes, difficulty...
I also have
I'm going to say difficulty 3 for this one.
proclaimed the hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that would also work as well.
No.
I'm gonna re-roll that 3.
Alright, so it's...
That's a success.
Yes, it is.
So, Arion, as he's explaining this, you catch a twinkle in the top of one of the buildings behind him.
And
Tackle him. Get behind.
Yeah, he's immediately going to knock him down and yell "get down" in the or tackle the bull and yell "get down" in the process.
As you do that, you literally hear the sound of sort of ricocheting against the ground where his head would have just been. And the twinkling stops and you see a figure start moving deeper into the building. The building is about 300 meters away and it was about 5 stories up.
Well, thank you very much for the information, Rodney, but I believe we have someone else who might know more.
That's a lot of ground to cover quickly. We're not going to be able to catch him and find out where he...
He's in a building. He has to get out of said building. We can get to the bottom of it before he gets there.
300 meters away.
5 stories up. That's a lot of stairs.
There's also elevators!
Elevators aren't as fast as stairs. Not when
You're
you're
better
running away
off
from someone.
You're better off staying with us for now.
Yeah, sure, fine. He's got his arms over his head and he's sort of like literally curled up behind a bin.
Cards on table. We know that you were or are a part of Deep Bite, and then there's an internal power struggle. This is probably Jerome acting against you. Is there anybody you still trust?
I'm not sure. I don't know anymore. I thought I was clean. I told them I was done. They keep coming for me.
Then you're better off sticking with us. Let's go find out who just tried to murder you.
Alright.
I'm assuming everyone's just flat out sprinting towards the building.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, don't we also have a car?
Do you want to go
On the
back
other
out the
side of our
front to get
building.
the car?
That and we've got to go out, get everybody in the car, start the car, get whatever on, and then go.
Unless you want to split the party.
I don't know if it'd be a good idea to get Rodney away or not.
I'll keep on going. I can't drive the car.
And I can fly. Sort of.
You take it from the top, I'll take it from the bottom.
Alright, and with that, I'm gonna take out a nifty looking helmet that's designed to look like a stylish mask and put it on my head. Say, alright, I'm on it.
I'm gonna take out my what's it called? My pinpoint, and I'm gonna give goddamn, what's this guy's name? I'm gonna give Rodney the surefire.
He takes it and almost instinctively just checks the mag and safety, just like he knows what he's doing with it.
Perfect.
So,
By the way, courtesy of Daryl, he doesn't know that it's gone yet.
I imagine that'll get a chuckle.
So, those that are running towards the building, can I get athletics? Is that a thing for?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Certainly would be.
Yeah, athletics. 300 meters is a bit far away, so I'm going to say difficulty 3.
Difficulty what?
3.
Alright.
Did it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you're not even out of breath after sprinting the entire way there.
Merritt, I thought you were getting the car.
Alright.
Our foxball, on the other hand.
You just roly-poly the whole way there.
Yo, I may be tiny, but I'd work out.
Alright, I'll get the car and catch up with you guys.
Yeah. So as you get to the building, it's a residential building. As you get there, there's a couple of people leading out the door, sort of looking off the direction as you see someone turn a corner. You've gained on him massively.
Perfect.
Arian, is there any cameras you can hack into with the new equipment?
Yeah,
I'm not the hacker.
I am.
Oh shit.
I'm also far behind you guys.
I'm the brute.
Do you continue giving chase?
I very
Yes.
much
So as you round the corner, you see a figure crouched down behind a car, and with his rifle pointed right at you.
Are we actually going to be using the hexes for this?
do. Probably a good idea if we're going to get into an actual fight.
Probably should. Let's see. I'll just make a map real quick. Of course, now my mouse decides to wig out on me.
Ooh, rifle. That means I get to have fun.
I'm doing a super fast map, so do not expect everything to look pretty.
Whatever works.
Oh, why has it done it? Sod it. And that be the road. Let me just get your tokens as well. Oh, no.
That would have been a 16. I didn't put the roll in right. Either way, still a success.
Sorry, bear with me, lads.
Take your time.
Oh, come on, roll 20. I know you can do it. There we go. Where's R for... No, I need G for gunman. You gonna
Alright.
load?
I see it on my screen.
There we go. Why is it faster for you than it is for me? What the hell?
That's a fantastic question that I do not have the answer to.
Roll 20. Don't you ever change. So, can you control your tokens, or do I have to set you up
Certainly
again?
can.
Yep.
Whereabouts should we be?
Set you up how you think you would be rounding that corner. And if you're not currently on the scene, just put yourself off to a side at one point. Those squares there is like a pile of like trash cans and rubbish, basically.
That's what I figured they'd be.
And as you turn the corner, he is going to make a shot at you, as he expected he was being chased.
Alrighty then.
Roll.
Oh, there's only that cover on the one side of the alley.
Since I failed that check, I'm probably not gonna be in the scene yet.
You hit traffic.
Yeah.
Have I done that correctly before I hit roll? No, I have not. That should be a little higher. Not by much.
I suppose we should probably roll our initiatives after he takes his shot.
Does that hit you?
Yes, it does.
As he fires a single round from his rifle. And Numbnut here did not write down what... I know what rifle it is, I just can't remember the stats of it.
God damn, this is going to be a far way for me to get in the range of this guy.
What weapon do you have?
A pinpoint.
If I recall, that doesn't have a specified short range.
No. The pinpoint is the pistol shotgun. That's naturally sized for naturally sized for micros.
So that deals...
Think of a Mauler from Halo 3.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Let me double check. I want to see what it has for.
It's like a shotgun pistol.
Is he,
Yeah, but I want to
is
see
that
what the range is.
the plug gun, is it?
It has a range of eight hexes.
Okay, so yeah, it's short range and stable.
What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to sneak up the side and get with it in enough range to do a sneak.
So that shot does that much damage to you.
So his endure is probably not that high. So that probably gives you a...
Yes.
What is your endure?
16.
You only just got over it.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, now we'll be rolling initiatives.
What is that again?
That's a very good question.
1d10 plus.
Yeah, it's 1d10 plus any initiative modifiers you have, if I remember correctly.
That's as far as I know.
Yes!
Wow. You're not getting any bonus actions this run.
Well, no, I just won't go first.
Oh Jesus, neither of us will.
You just got shot, though. You have an excuse.
Yeah, but that's bad. I need bonus actions. Oh.
I'm really glad I put on my body armor before I went.
I'm glad
Okay.
I'm still wearing my bulletproof vest.
And I've yet to roll.
If he rolls a 1, I'm gonna laugh really hard.
Oh, so will I.
Damn.
Ah.
So that's convenient. So I would normally say which of you has the highest dex modifier, but that isn't a thing in this.
Body exert modifier.
And evade, so I probably have a higher evade. Plus, I'm behind half cover.
What's your evade?
It's 13, I think? 14?
Exactly the same as mine.
Oh, right, because my mass is 6. Same as yours.
Yeah.
Well,
On the other hand, I've got a body exert of 3.
I'm back.
well,
Wait, how does body exert affect evade?
Oh, I was going for the initiative to decide which one of us. I suppose it doesn't really matter. We both go
Nah.
last.
I'll just say it as a very...
I'll let you.
Sorry.
I'll let you go first.
Who is not on the tracker?
I'm not.
But he's not there at the fight yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he hasn't arrived yet.
Just
Want me to just roll in it anyway?
yeah, roll an initiative just so we know.
Our initiative sucks.
Yeah.
Wow. We really did screw that up.
Just ordering
Don't
it.
worry, at least the healer is on site.
Yes, I might need him. If I don't get to this guy fast enough. I'm just glad he's holding a rifle.
So,
Not a pistol.
who's up first? Is it you,
The
Avarian?
gun? No, it's the gunner.
Yeah.
Oh, he sort of. I was considering him taking the shot as part of his action, where he
Okay.
he vaulted over the car and then waited for you to turn the corner.
Well, if that's the case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the range on my purge wave? I don't remember.
8 hexes, I believe.
8 hexes and it's flood,
Flood.
I believe.
Yeah, so he can't dodge it.
Perfect. So I'm going to dive behind this trash can, using
Do you
2
have
of my
enough
movements
movement?
to do so,
Okay.
or 2 movement actions to do so, and purge wave the SOB.
So that's what, 5 squares, is it? Yeah, 5 from the map. Just out of range, I think.
8. Isn't it?
How far out does flood go? Draw a cone shape 5 hexes out from your character. Yeah, 5 hexes.
Okay, then yeah, I'd be using more of my movement action to go further. Because I can, I just wanted to get cover first.
No, flood only goes out 5.
Okay, so I was here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can get to here and do it.
Yeah, you already free it. Yeah, that's far enough. So what's he have to do? Is it endure? No, not endure. Sorry.
My turn.
It is.
If you just won now, it's my turn.
So are you shooting the the purge wave? Sorry.
He doesn't have another action. He just used 3 move actions, I thought.
No, 2 move actions. I've got a movement of 5.
Ah,
Purge wave. Purge wave. Where are you?
1d8 damage, flood, disrupt, sonic, lightweight, non lethal.
Is that 1d8 straight to
1d8
wounds?
damage. It's just 1d8 straight damage. It probably won't get, or that probably won't go through. I don't know if that'll go through armor or not. Oh, it wouldn't.
it doesn't have to go through armor. It doesn't.
But it
It's a
does.
sonic
However,
weapon.
yeah, but it's still not going to go through his endure. On the other hand, what it is going to do
Disrupt.
is disrupt, which I can't find in the damage list.
It's a status.
Yeah, that'll be at the end of the book.
So
There we go. Status. Disrupt. For attacks the disrupt property hits, the victim must roll a dodge or endure save, their choice difficulty 2. If they pass, nothing happens. If they fail, they lose their next turn.
roll it.
Bugger. Right. So roll dodge or...
I'm not going to bother rolling the damage because I can't get through his thing and I can't hit him more than once. I'd have to be hitting a micro that's built to be the featherweight to be able to actually hurt him with that.
This isn't Jerome.
No, it's a gunner.
Yeah, gunman. I do
Well, yeah,
not-
but you just said he was a micro.
No, I said I'd have to be hitting a micro to do damage, or that's been built as
Oh.
the ultimate lightweight to be able to do damage with this weapon.
Yeah, roll a dodge or endure save. Okay. How do I do that? Book. This is the one thing I forgot to read up on. Of course, it will come
It's
up.
body exert plus your dodge save, or your endure save.
Okay, let's plus. So body exert. It's difficulty 2, wasn't it? So slash roll. And then I
Thanks.
add my endure.
Yeah, his endure save
The
is.
endure save or the dodge save.
So body exert plus. Or do I not plus anything?
It should be your body exert for the difficulty, and then there's going to be a dodge save or an endure save on the sheet. There should also be a resolve save.
Yeah.
It'll be in with your
Yeah.
initiative and readiness and all
For
that.
some reason, the pre-made enemies do not have that written down.
Righty then. Just 1 second, I'll take a peek at how it's calculated.
Mind exert. Wounds, mass, total mass, movement speed, endure, evade. Range combat, CQC, athletics, stealth.
So it's your choice if it's a dodge or an endure save. Considering he's hit by it no matter what, I would say it's an endure save.
Yeah, that's what I was going off of, but he's got an endure of 20, so.
No, endure saves are something different.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm looking up how to calculate it. It's not listed on
So
the
his
sheet.
endure save is +1 for every 10 points he has in endurance.
Ah, yeah.
So you'd have a +2.
Of course. That makes a lot more sense. So I was like, +20? Well, I'm not going to fail that, ever.
Yeah, it's +2.
Yeah.
And it's body exerts. So. Nope.
Yes, he doesn't get his next turn.
Yes.
Alright, now it's my turn.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Alright.
That's all I can do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's as far as I can move. Unless the bull can pick me up and run with.
Oh shit, I didn't put the ball down, did I?
No, you didn't. He should be included with us.
Let's not use black. Black is for the enemies. Blue.
Damn.
Blue is friend.
Unfortunately, I've got
his fur
I've got
color.
black. I got black, blue, green, red, or white. Oh no, I do have yellow. Use yellow.
That'll do.
Now we know it's him. Just do a quick. Should have done his initiative as well. Oh no, what happened?
Can he
Technically,
take?
he's on the friendly team, so we can change, or so we can.
Hey, can you run? Can you run me up to those Run up to those boxes with me.
Yeah, sure. Right.
So that it put his action above yours in this case.
Don't worry about it. We'll do that.
Only ones and twos are a lot of initiatives.
Unless you're in the enemy, then you just go 5.
Alright, so he and I move up to here.
Yeah, so he is going to. So, hang on. So that'll be. Oh, come on. 3.
He is going to have a bad time in
That
2 seconds.
is.
Like in my next turn.
Oh, he's got to roll again, hasn't he? If he wants to move a third time, it's not about how high movement score. He's got to get under a 2, doesn't he?
Yes,
On
for a third movement.
2d10, isn't it?
Yes.
It's doable. it's doable.
He can
Apparently,
match it.
Is this as far as he can move and what 2 move?
yeah. He's got a movement of 3.
God damn. Roll it.
Yeah.
You might
Yeah.
as well. There's no harm in it.
He doesn't want to be caught out in the open with a gun, with someone with a rifle shooting at him.
Oh, don't worry. He's not going to be shooting for very long.
I mean, he already got taped.
No.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Well,
Roll20's dice hate us today.
you want high, here's low. You want low, here's high. For highest.
Alright. I guess I'm huffing it. So 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
you can't make that
And
up.
I'm gonna roll. What do I roll for? An extra move?
2d10.
2d10. And you
and-
have to roll below a 1.
The lowest you can roll is 2.
You're not getting bonus action. Neither of us are.
No.
This is uncanny.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Oh,
you.
that's
poor-
incredible.
And I got it on camera.
Yep, we have it recorded for posterity.
I like how, though, he hasn't seen me yet. If I can get behind him in 2 turns, I can get a sneak attack on.
Oh, as soon as combat starts, he's already seen it, or he already knows everyone's there.
Yeah, but I mean, in his point
I
of
was around
view,
the corner.
he's just seen this kid just run round the corner. He sees
No,
someone
he's
short.
tased. He's tased.
I
He
mean,
didn't see shit before I came around that corner.
Well, it only takes that one action. It doesn't take out the entire turn, but still,
Yeah.
it's gonna slow him down.
so his turn. He does nothing. I believe.
Yep. We get a
The
turn.
next action goes out the window.
Yep. So it's Marin's turn if you want him to.
Unless he's not taking any shots or doing anything, 'cause he still has 2 actions.
No, he misses a turn completely. He got disrupted.
Yeah, takes that 1 action, according to the thing.
Yeah,
in the
lose
book.
1 action.
Oh, okay, never
So he
mind.
still has 2 actions by that
It
logic.
still slows him down.
He. Like, give me a second to consider his life choices. Nah, he's paid too much for. He's paid too much for this. Kitty, go away.
It's a guy he shot and a tiny child.
There's also the target.
A guy he shot who is charging at him at full bore.
That, to be fair, that is also a thing. Yeah, so he will shoot.
And he's behind like half cover.
And as a 6'8" tall horse.
Let's just scroll back up.
Oh, I know what I'm doing to him next turn.
Shooting at a Varian again because he's right up in his grill.
Yes.
Is that a he missed yes or a hit yes?
That he missed.
Oh,
His evade's 13.
Yep.
well, second action, fire again.
Does he have to roll for it since it's technically his a third action? He lost his first one.
No, because his first one, it
Hmm.
just basically takes away his ability to make a bonus action.
But
This wouldn't.
the likelihood of getting a bonus action anyway is like.
So the bonus action is if you want to use the same action 3 times.
Oh god.
Don't worry, he missed.
Yes.
With 2 shots straight, perfect.
Turns
He
out,
was tased.
turns out it's easier to hit targets that are further away. Who would have thought?
So,
Well, that's his turn. His shots go wide.
Is Mariner up? Should we roll for?
Marin said he was getting the car.
Yes.
yeah, Marin didn't catch up with us.
I would like to think he's at least turning the corner now. Because each round, if I remember, is like 10 seconds, so 20 seconds.
I'm going to hope he realizes that it's a bad idea to hit that car with our car. 1, because it'll disable ours. 2, because that's a cop car. If the picture is correct.
I mean,
So where do you want me to be?
I just threw a car down, so...
Okay.
Yeah, he's hiding. That's a random car. That's a random car.
IRPF officers in there is just like, just drinking his coffee, like, nope, nothing to do with me. I finished my shift in 5 minutes. I'm not sorting this out.
Place Marin like back here where we
Yeah,
originally
if you
tried
want. Yeah, it's like,
Yes,
it's an
please don't get
alleyway,
my
but
car
it's not small. You can still drive a car down it.
All
I'm
right.
just thinking, please don't get my car shot.
That's not your car.
That one isn't. The one you had was mine.
Marin, are you doing anything other than driving?
Now, how many actions would it be to get out of the car? Or if I just stop right here?
I mean, it takes...
Get out of the
It's
car
one
and run
action...
with the movement.
Well, it's one action to take your belt off, one action to open the car, another action to step out of the car, another action to close the car door.
Oh, God.
No, it's like
All
it's
right.
one action to get out the car. I'm being dumb.
All right. I'll drive up here.
Besides, I wouldn't mind you leaving the door open. There's nothing in there we're stealing.
Get out of the car and say, okay. And, okay, I have 2 actions left.
I mean, if you have a gun, any kind of gun that's not inaccurate, you can shoot him from it.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm gonna use the.
And
Well,
because I haven't actually engaged him yet, there's no worry about shooting us.
I'm gonna use the probe app, which only uses a chatter step to see if I can, if there's like any electronics I can possibly hack into.
Well, he's currently leaning against a car which is full of electronics.
Set the car alarm off, open the door, knock him over.
Make the hood pop up and hit him in the face.
I can also make it explode.
Hilarious.
Considering our proximity, please no.
Yes, please don't.
You also find that there is actually a security camera here, but it's pointing the opposite way to where you are at the moment. But it is on a swivel, so if you could hack it, you could rotate it to get a better look at him.
Yeah, sure.
Other than that, you've got the car to play with. Yeah.
Can you move? Can
Or
you
you
have
can
it
mess
drive
with my
out of the
running.
way? Oh wait, can you have it drive out of the way so he has no cover?
I mean, I can do it with acid locator, but it'll take a couple of rounds.
Just take the handbrake off, it just starts rolling forwards.
Oh, his cover isn't going to matter in about 2 seconds.
Valid.
Alright, I'll try to hack the car. Hold on, just gotta do some hack rolls.
Yeah, it's a car. It's standard difficulty, so difficulty 2.
Alright, and I have it simplified, so it'd be like difficulty 1.
Yeah. So it tells me it already should be higher, but not everyone has it simplified.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use the second action to do the same thing. I'm in 2 depth now.
Yes, you are. So you will have access to the car's electronics. The boot, sorry, the hood is electronically controlled. The braking system is electronically controlled. The doors are electronically controlled, and so's the alarm.
It's anything like a modern car, you can also control the steering and the throttle. And the ignition, of course.
Yeah, whoever owns this car clearly has more money and has got the one that you can control the car with your smartphone.
Oh, I'm gonna... Well, next round I'll be able to make a third one to actually get the car to do something physically.
Awesome.
Alright.
What does step 2 do actually again, remind me?
Step 2 allows your character to manipulate data that already exists. Or put new data in there, or remove data that's already there. And basically manipulate data.
Yeah. Step 1 basically lets you view the data.
Yep.
It's got a parking camera. And
Backup
So-
camera.
yeah, and it's got someone's bank details floating around in there.
That could be useful.
Ooh.
Fight crime and commit crime at the same time.
Yes.
Parkour.
As long as you don't get caught, it's not a crime.
Is that everything you're doing, Marin?
Yes, I used 3 actions.
That'll be the bull. So 1, 2, 3. Get behind cover. Taking a pop shot. The surefire pistol. For a moment then, I couldn't speak. Remind myself what the surefire actually had. Okay, +3. So I really should macro these rolls. Two D8 plus 4 because the surefire and it's against evade, isn't it?
Yeah.
He crits.
Nice.
Great. More things I'm unfamiliar with.
Wait, how did he crit?
he
He had
maxed.
exactly his evade.
Oh,
Critical hit is
Your unmodified attack. Blah, 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 blah.
gains exploit, can push the enemy back D3 hexes, makes the enemy drop their weapon, disengages the enemy from close combat or a wall they're hanging onto, or performs a narrative effect, your choice of that group.
Well, I'm going to make him drop his weapon, if I'm reading that correctly.
You certainly can.
Yep.
It won't deal a wound unless you deal extra damage, but it is still awesome.
Well, he's no longer carrying a rifle, which, yeah, that's useful.
He wasn't going to be carrying it much longer anyway.
He
hey,
saved.
do you mind if I get him first before you and get?
If you're going to shoot, I have no problem at all.
Thank you.
Damage. No, it doesn't get through his injure.
Is he going to take a second shot?
He will do that thing. Hits. That does do a wound.
Nice. Would have been real funny if that first one rolled max damage too. A crit with max damage is an execution.
Ah.
All right, my turn.
We are in the ones.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna snap up my pinpoint, and the advantage is so tiny. I'm gonna shoot at his kneecaps under the.
Oh, that'd be his ankles, but still.
Yes, shooting him in the shin.
Ankles, shins. From that angle, you can get anywhere there.
Well, it's a shotgun, so you know.
Ankles,
Poor guy's gonna come
shins.
out and find his car riddled with holes.
God, oh, I almost critted him.
That hits.
Oh.
Let's see, what is the pinpoint damage?
5d4 plus your range bonus damage or damage bonuses.
4 plus 3d4.
Ah,
Oh, that's the thing. I wasn't adding the balls. It wouldn't have made a difference.
no.
My range damage bonus is Mind Exert plus the 4 from the reclamation from the
Yep,
level up.
that's exactly it.
Oh geez, he's about to have a bad time.
Oh yeah, he is.
That's another wound.
Alright, shooting him again.
Christ, you didn't even roll max. Well, you rolled above average, but hits.
This poor guy.
Now since I scored higher than 5 above this, does that get an extra thing to it? I forget.
No, it's not as far
Oh
as I know.
Jesus.
And that's another wound again. That's
And I'm gonna use my. Is he down?
No, he's still going. He's gripping his wrist from where he got shot in the wrist by the ball, and
You mean his ankle? Yeah, he's
and,
bad.
Go, Dad. And yeah, he's also down on one knee, gripping his tattered trousers from where all the buckshots bounced around. Yeah,
And I'm gonna move up too for my last action.
All right.
Get him. End my turn like charging right up beside you and finish him, please.
All right. I'll start my turn off by doing a full-on Dukes of Hazzard hoop to the face over the roof of the car.
Excellent. I was hoping for that.
So, to roll my stunt, that's a difficulty of 3. I've got a simplification on stunts, so it's 1d8 plus 1d10 plus 3. Ooh! I'll re-roll that too. I've got a boon on athletics.
You know, I thought I was gonna have to have something more powerful than this little pistol eventually, but god damn does this thing do.
That makes that a hit.
so
And my hooves count as knives. So,
are you wearing sharpened horseshoes?
Nope, I have the hooves quirk and the reclaimed iron hooves bonus, so I can kick through armor.
Excellent.
Okay.
I love it.
Roll damage. Well, roll. Do you hit? Does that count as a
Double
hitting?
checking. It should be, or the kick him was the stunt,
So he
or
doesn't gain
jump over the
endure
car would have
bonuses.
been.
Yeah, so he doesn't gain endure bonuses from armor against your hits.
Well, no, it's just I can kick him no matter what armor he's wearing, without breaking my feet.
Yeah, don't break your feet.
It's still considered non-lethal damage, though, correct?
Nope, it's a knife.
Oh, never mind.
It literally says, as if you had a knife. Where is the knife? So I know what I'm kicking him with.
I am currently looking up that as well.
Give me a sec.
Alright, handguns. Knife, 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 knife. Knife page 249.
Sorry about that.
Alright, so 4 plus 2d4 plus 7. Unless you would like to make me, or for me to roll the attack as well.
Uh,
Because I am just coming feet first over the roof of this car. Straight at his face.
I'm gonna say, considering he's been blasted and shot at right now, you did make the test. I'm gonna read up on it later, but for now, yeah, you've hit. Just for brevity's sake.
Alright. So that's the over the car hit. Then I'll take a second attack action.
As your other hoof comes over.
He's engaged in combat with me, so shooting at him means you can shoot me now, so be careful.
He's disrupted, though.
Yep.
Yo, back,
cut.
disengage him for your third action.
That was what I was thinking. I've also got another nifty trick. I have bait and switch and swing for the fences.
I feel like I should know what that does.
It means I can choose where we go during the drifting brawl phase, and it means I roll 2d6 instead of 2d3 to determine the direction and or 1d3, or I roll a d6 instead of a d3 and to decide how far we move.
Get him over here.
I'm just gonna be able to move him out from behind the car, but roll.
So I'd imagine you're there for now.
Pretty much. For melee combat, 2, so 1, 10 plus. EQC 2. That's a hit. I'll boot him in the face again. Ooh, wait! I can pull the windshield wiper off the car and use it as a club. No, I'm not going to do that to Buddy's car. 2d4 plus 4 plus 7. Ooh!
That is another wound.
Now, for Drifting Brawl, I am going to choose... Let me just double check those to make sure there's nothing I'm missing when I do this. Techniques. Since I haven't used this combination of techniques before.
He's using a different style.
Alright, bait and switch. When performing drifting brawl movements in combat herein, you can determine the direction traveled on your turn. And it is my turn, so I'm going to decide we go straight north.
But how
and
far?
Swing for the fences. Where'd it go? Roll d6 for distance instead of d3. Two spaces.
So one.
So I'll wind up here, he'll wind up here. And then for my last action, since I can't take another attack, I will step back 2. He does get a shot at me for that. And he gets a shot at me for the other kick.
But he
Unless you wanna
dropped
bring
his
him down.
weapon, so he's technically unarmed.
Yeah, but he can punch me.
That is.
I never said he was going to be able to do a lot. I just said he can.
Oh.
So he gets 2 punches.
Remind me what the damages of punches are. Whilst I do the attack roll.
Unarmed would be the side knife, I believe, in the listing. Where'd it go? Nope, that's
So that's 1 hit.
stuff I could actually list. Unarmed. I think it's just 2d4 plus your thingy, but hang on. Unarmed.
Yeah, I'm looking on my phone as well.
Just 2d6 damage plus their melee or their body exert.
Alright,
And I've only got light armor, so
Oh.
he can damage me.
hang on. I did a boo-boo.
Oh?
I added his melee damage bonus to his melee attack roll, so technically they're both misses.
Nice.
Oh! Sweet.
Yeah, they should have been +2, not +6, so
Ah!
DM did a boo-boo.
So I successfully move or jump backwards from him and disengage. Next person would be
His turn.
yep. And now he's away from his rifle as well as having dropped it. So to get it back, he has to move, then pick it up, and then he can fire.
Yeah. Things are not looking good.
He really shouldn't have stopped.
Alright, what's he got? He will, as his first action, I just closed the book like a moron as well, because I need those stats. As his first action, he is going to pull something out of his belt and throw it at you.
Who is you?
He's going to throw it at the micro that's been shooting at his ankles.
Ah, fuck.
As he pulls out a hotspot grenade.
Ooh.
I really hope
I hope he misses so bad.
It's a grenade!
Because I don't have the perk to shoot that.
And neither the one to kick it back.
So
Nope.
I believe it is just a ranged.
You use athletics instead of ranged combat.
Yes, but you still. Yeah, okay.
If this hits me, I'm going to just shoot him a lot next round.
So that is still. So that is 1d8 plus 1d10.
So first call where he's aiming.
So he is
Well,
going
he's throwing it
to.
at you, so it would be your hex.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then at his plus his athletics.
I hope that doesn't hit you.
Whoa, 30,
Yes. Yeah, that hits
Yikes.
me.
30 plus 5d 10?
Yep, 30 plus 5d10 damage.
Wait, where was that?
That's the hotspot grenade damage. I had to deal with it yesterday in a different game.
Well, that's a wound.
If so, you can make a dodge save, difficulty 2. If you're
Yep.
successful, half the damage from the grenade.
I imagine it's... What do I... So it's body exert
and your dodge save.
difficulty 2?
Yep.
You only need a 12.
Body exert plus my dodge save, so that would just be...
Your body exerts is for the difficulty. It's automatic difficulty 2.
I'm re-rolling that one.
So if you've got a body exert of 2, yeah, it's 2d8 plus your dodge.
So that's 2 readiness to re-roll the 1. That's an 11.
Where's that 2 coming from, actually?
It's not... That's my body exert score.
Yeah, that doesn't get added. Your body exert is for the
Oh,
difficulty.
well then, yeah, there's nothing I could have done. I would have had to roll... Yeah, much...
This is
Well, you can
going
still
to
hit as well
hurt.
if you roll higher on the other die, but that's up to you. It's a lot of damage. I'd attempt the re-roll myself.
That's a lot of damage.
Reroll which one?
The other d8. You re-rolled the one with the first attempt that used 2. You can still re-roll the other die, which is to 5.
I don't have any more readiness.
Oh! Well,
I'm taking that.
that's gonna hurt.
Yep.
That's gonna hurt a
Yeah.
lot.
Thankfully, I'm sturdier than normal micro. Alright, roll that damage. Whoa.
I told you, hotspots hurt. And that's way above average damage, too.
So for every multiplier it's over my endure, it gives me another.
Yeah, every
Yes.
time it meets your endure.
Marin, what's our endure score again? 15? Wait, no, it's... I have a higher one because of the
I
freaking
know
armor.
mine is 16.
Mine's 13.
Mine's 16 as well, because we're both wearing light vests, correct?
Your endure on the sheet says 15.
Yeah, it doesn't include my armor, the bulletproof vest I'm wearing.
Yeah, that just adds +1.
So
Unless you got-
Yeah, so 16. So it's 3 wounds.
Oof.
Ow. Alright.
3, that's not bad.
Yeah, somehow I feel 62 should do more than 3 wounds, but
Well, it's because I have a base mass of 6, so that gives me an endure of 15 plus 1 endure from my armor. That's 16. So it barely does not do 4 wounds.
yeah, I think if you had an endure of 15, that may have been 4 wounds.
Exactly, but I have the armor.
Your body,
Yeah.
your body armor saved you.
3.87.
And
You don't get much closer than that.
then he is going to.
So he hucks a
One.
grenade.
2. Get back behind the tire. Because he just threw the grenade and dashed. He just heard the pop. And yeah, he's just going to retrieve his weapon again. That's him.
All right.
How many wounds have we done? 4?
4.
Yeah, he should be going down soon.
In fact, I think I can do the same damage to him with my power shunt.
Wait, didn't the bull also wound him? Wouldn't that be?
I've counted 4 wounds, including the bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the bull actually got through his armor.
On one shot, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Marin.
Alright, another hack roll. And I'm gonna use my my boon to bump it up to 12, so I'm in layer 3. And since I don't have to activate my malware on my turn, I can simply just tell you guys to get back because I'm gonna blow up the car. And
This poor guy. Why are you planning to explode his car?
because he tried to blow you up.
He did blow me up.
So let me get over there and river dance on his head.
Or why
I've
not
got
give him to take his own medicine?
Or hit him with the car door.
Or just hit him with the car.
Yeah, you could, where he's standing, if you cut the wheels hard left, it'd just run him over with the back wheel.
Want me to do that instead?
Run him over.
Alright.
You know I'm always a fan of that plan. Preferably pin him with the car if you can.
Alright, I'll try to do that.
And then I can go disarm him.
So what kind of check would that be? Hacking?
Well, I'm already in stage 3.
Already
Already
in, so
It's, basically, the car moves and he has a dodge against it, I think. Let me double check. Cars are close to the bottom of the book.
they're not going to be in the little cheat sheet at the back, are they? Probably not.
No, they're not. Using vehicles. Attacking. You may attack while driving a vehicle. If that attack action is melee, you can use it while passing within range of an enemy. Oh, that's for if you're clubbing someone at the side of the car. Probably counted as a ram.
Yeah, that sounds about
So
right.
it would be dodge save difficulty 2 to leap out of the way. If they succeed, put them aside via the shortest possible route past the vehicle straight through to wherever it was heading. If they fail, deal D3 wounds if the vehicle was fast, and D8 if the vehicle was strong. It's a fast vehicle because it's a car.
It's just starting up, though. I'd kind of give some leeway on.
It's still a car running over him.
That is true.
It's going by weight, not the speed. In both events, the vehicle itself takes a wound. Continue the vehicle's movement until the movement would end and scatter the impacted character as though they were a thrown object from the front of wherever the vehicle stopped. They are now prone. The vehicle must travel at least half its max distance for a ram to count. Okay, so it can't. Otherwise, the opposing character can simply move aside.
But
To be fair, he's going to hear the car start and try to move.
yeah, but no one's in the car, so he might not be expecting it to start up.
This is true.
Doing the roll.
Park the car on his foot is probably your best shot. Treat it like a ram for the purposes of him dodging it, but if not, he's pinned. That'd be my ruling anyway, as a suggestion.
Sounds about right. So that'll be his dodge, which if I recall is not super high. Or is his evade, isn't it, not dodge? Yeah.
No, it should be dodge. It's based on his evade. For every 10 points of evade, he's got a point of dodge.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, that's what I meant. This is only a +1. And it goes off of his body exert, so roll 2d8 +1. Nope.
There's a car parked on his foot.
Oh, nice. And because I manipulated the car, I'm going to have to roll a resolve save to stay within that system. And looks like I'm out of it. Unless I can roll readiness somehow. Wait, can I roll readiness on saves?
It's in combat, so I believe so.
Yeah, if it's
Alright.
in combat, you roll readiness instead of focus.
Alrighty. Just making sure if it applies to saves or not. Gotta try again. Alright. So it's an A plus... Oh, I'm actually still in it then. If I replace the 2.
I'm in.
Well, it only makes sense to replace the lowest dice.
Yep.
So there you go.
So yeah. There's this moment of the car starts moving and he doesn't react quick enough before you his eyes just go really wide as you hear this distinct crunch sound.
I'm gonna use my action to move over here. 2, 3, and just say, "Hey, you better put down that gun, or else I'm gonna blow it up." And yes, that was me that moved the car.
Put down your gun or the car explodes.
Yep.
Why?
So does he have his response now or when it gets to his turn?
It would be considered chatter step. So yeah, you can respond.
Now I have to really think. Is he paid enough for this?
To explode? While being faced down by 4 people who are better armed than him now?
Can he even get away from being pinned by a car?
It's parked on his foot, so probably not going to be moving very far.
You look away for like 1 second, you look back, and there's just a boot under the car.
I mean, we did hear a crunch, so he's not going very fast or far on that foot.
Where did you go? Ow, 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 ow. Oh, we went that way. He is not retarded, so yeah, he throws his gun to the other side of the car, just in a big humph.
Alright, Arian will go over and zip tie his hands behind his back.
See me come over the hood of the car, send just like some fires on the stray ends of my head. I am taking any grenades you have left. I think you can understand why.
Yes.
Yeah, you check him over, he's got no more, he only had the one.
Like I said,
So-
he did throw the equivalent of a month's rent of a decent apartment at you. Those things aren't cheap.
So who was paying you?
I do have his bank information, if I can just jot it down real quick.
No, you have the owner of the car's bank information. I don't know if that was him or not.
Yeah, the bank, the bank details you have is for a Buddy Torset. But no, that is not his name. You've just got some random schmuck's bank details.
Poor guy's gonna come back to find his car shot and bloodied.
And moved.
Parked across the road a little bit. Probably ticketed because of how it's now parked.
Before he can really get a response, you do hear the distinct sound of sirens heading your way, because there was a gunfight, there was an explosion.
Good, we were going to call them anyway.
He sort
I'm
of
going to run.
doesn't really want to say much, but like you do have him at effective gunpoint.
Well, I'll basically be.
He
We'll move the car off of his foot so I can pin him down and kneel on his back.
Alright, I'll
Put
do
my
that
gun
then.
away while we wait for Pulse to,
Yeah.
wait for the IRPF to get here.
Yeah, he's giving you a little bit of lift, like, well, who do you think it is, sort of thing, before the cop van shows up and like armed police start piling out.
So, an assassin sent by Jerome for Rodney.
I'm gonna go over to Rodney because this is just escalated. Rodney, do you want to go? Because we need to know if he wants to go with the IRPF or stay with us.
That's a great question.
Rodney is sort of, he was caught in the moment and now he's sort of like he doesn't quite know what he should be doing. He feels like he needs to disappear, but he doesn't just want to flee the scene of a crime.
I mean, I'm already trying to play the scene of the crime. Sort of.
You turned the corner, you saw what was happening, you turned back around. You did a normal person.
Well, we're not asking him to flee the scene of a crime. We're asking him whether he wants to stay with the IRPF or if he wants us to take him into protective custody temporarily, or at least after a fashion.
He would prefer the IRPF only because he knows them as a
an
corporation.
Yeah.
Before you go, do you know anything about the pink mist? That what can you?
He shrugs almost and sort of offers the weapon that you lent to him back. He shrugs and not a clue. Never seen anything like it before. But
No.
all I can say is Jerome had plans for making the streets his again. If this even does half of what you say it does, he's going to get those streets.
Do you know who Lotus is?
Lotus
Rather.
is one of the cooks we had. Kind of keeps to herself though.
Anything, a location, or anything that we can work on?
She likes to hang out near the warehouses, but she's got like her own private warehouse. But no one really sees her. They just always see a briefcase appear at the pickup point, but no one actually sees her herself. But she's in one of the warehouses, last I was aware.
Okay.
What kind of vector is she?
Mouse, I think it was. Micro. Smaller than you.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, she could like ride around in your pocket, I think. I think that's how she gets around. She hides in people's pockets.
Okay, that's good to know about.
Anything else you guys can think of before we let him go?
Well, give him our toggle numbers in the process so he can contact us later if he needs to. And invite him out for a drink once this whole thing is over.
He would very much love a drink after this. If he's ever working at the bar still, next time you come in, drinks are on him.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
The IRPF whisk the gunman away. One of the officers takes off his helmet, and you see it's Maxwell, the stallion from before,
Awesome.
who recognizes you guys and sort of went, seems we have a knack of bumping into each other.
You kind of cut out there.
He basically states that the pair of you seem to have a habit of bumping into each other when trouble arises.
Liam just chuckles a little bit. Yeah, it'd be nice to be meeting you again under different circumstances, but in this case, it was an attempted assassination.
Ooh. I'm sure we'll be able to get the evidence, get this sorted. But do you have evidence of this? Not that I'm accusing you or anything, but anything just to.
Well, we have the
All of our testimony saying that he was shot.
three of us who saw the shooter and the one who was going to be shot, who helped us apprehend the shooter.
Also, the score from the round back in the alley.
Yep, there's a gunshot hole in the pavement in the alley behind the bar, and his rifle is sitting on the other side of this car.
He smiles and nods. That'll stick. That'll probably do it. With enough forensics, I'm sure we can get this guy away, no spot.
If you want, you can take the bullet out of my arm too.
Oh,
Or, you
oh
know,
Christ, that's in deep. You
a sample of the singed fur from our little fox friend over there. He threw a grenade.
I'll make sure he goes away for a long time. You don't
Yeah,
just.
because if I recall, you need a permit to have anything that's that as powerful as that rifle or a grenade.
Yeah. I'd want to know we even got one of those grenades. Like, they so scarcely give it out to us.
The name Jerome ring a bell?
Yeah.
This guy works for him. The guy we were protecting used to work for him.
With him.
He looks at the gunman, sort of looks him up and down. A little fancy for Jerome, but
We're investigating a new business venture of his that may put a lot of people at risk and be making him a lot of money.
that would explain the grenades and the high-powered rifle.
Also, remember that bird, Kyle, that was at the death earlier from
Oh
the
yes,
sporting.
the one that got bail, right?
Yes. So we found him smuggling things for Victor Squares to Jerome.
Ooh.
Smuggling very effective bioweapons, in fact.
Ooh. Bioweapons? You sure? That feels like a big deal. That feels like it's higher than my pay grade.
After doing our own research into figuring out what these things are and seeing firsthand what they do by way of someone who was less careful than they should have been after what we told them. Yes,
Hold on.
100%
Take
sure.
out the Tupperware box.
Well, it's not quite a Tupperware box; it's a steel container.
No.
Have-
The one with the respiratory tract in it.
Oh yeah,
You're still carrying that around with you?
I never said I put it. I never said I left it anywhere.
And technically, the bioweapons are in the trunk of my car.
That should have been right on the roof.
Well, no, it doesn't need to be on the roof anymore. And the other two boxes were still sealed. We had 3.
So, to impress upon you how serious this is what it did to somebody who breathed it in. This is what used to be their lung. I just show them the mass of tumor that a flesh that is in. That is what became of it.
He almost immediately vomits to the side as he sort of dives away from it. Just, oh god. Oh my god. That used to be someone's lungs?
Yes, I barely managed to save that man's life.
Under no circumstances should either of these other crates be opened. The third one is inert now.
Show him a picture of send him a picture of what they look like so they know and don't accidentally open one.
Yes.
He looks at it and he's like, that's like the size of someone's head. And you're saying there's 2 of these that could be anywhere in the city?
We have the other, or we have 2 of them, or we have 3 of them. One of them is now inert. We were planning to bring them in after we figured out what they were.
They didn't even know what they were.
We were almost assassinated on the way over after stopping to check in with another lead. But we figured now that we've got you here, we should let you know. This is what these guys are dealing with. By our understanding, it's meant to deal with bioprobes that have gone rampant, but it's been modified to work on vectors as well.
And Jerome wants to use them against the IRPN. Is there any leads you have on Jerome?
last I was aware of his positioning, he was loading up into a van and heading out of the city. We were about to try and raid some of the warehouses to see if we can't smash and grab any contrabands whilst he wasn't there. Personally, I would rather not have to deal with him.
Make sure when those guys are going in that they wear chemical protection.
And do not open any of these boxes. As soon as you open this box, it starts emitting it starts emitting a pink mist that will do that to whatever organic it deals.
Alright, yeah, thanks for the head up. I will pass that up the chain. You said you had 3 of these boxes on you?
They're in the trunk of my car on the other side of the alley.
Right over here.
And I'll lead him over and open the trunk and show him the boxes.
He stares at them for a bit, like he doesn't quite know what to compute. He's like, they safe? To be just
If
be
you don't
here?
open them,
As long as you do not open that or break that seal, they're safe. But I would recommend bringing in a biochemical weapons division if you have something like that to deal with these, because we don't have the stuff to deal with them beyond keeping them in these boxes.
Or use some
also
duct tape.
be wary of anybody connected to Victor Square.
Yes, because it was Kyle that we found transporting them to Victor from Jerome.
He swallows a little bit and says, alright, I'm gonna have to take, you do understand I'm gonna have to take this with me, because I can't let you keep it.
Of course. We were planning to turn it in. We just needed to know what it was first, so we knew what we were turning in and how much fear to put into the person we turned it into. Turns out a lot of fear.
Yes. If we can get the evidence, I think that no matter how much money Squares throws at the issue, he cannot get out of this one.
Smuggling bioweapons generally tends to be frowned upon as far as I know.
And supplying the material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least we can shut down the supply of the materials. The issue is Deep Bites.
Does he have more?
Does he have more? Do the Deep Bites have more? How much has he given them?
Exactly.
This almost looks unfinished. This could just be a sample set.
Yeah, possibly. The 2 vials are an agent that speeds up their heart rate and another agent that basically calms them down to cause this stuff to flush through their system as fast as possible so it affects everything really quickly. The person we saw only got dosed with the pink mist. So you can imagine how much worse this whole thing would be.
It seems like the range on that thing isn't really far at first, but I'm worried if there are like improved samples that have better range.
That's what I'm worried about.
I could see a larger one taking out an entire stadium of people.
If you do launch an investigation into Victor Squares, we would like to be in on it.
I will have to take that up with my higher ups. However, considering you are the ones that have brought this to our attention, I can't imagine they would decline your expertise. And I know that's being generous, because you seem as clueless as I am.
Considering I'm the only one that has operated and saved somebody from this,
Yeah, you understand what it does and how quickly it can do it. And that was only one part of the chemical.
Hmm. Thing is, I may be overthinking this, but what were they going to do after they set these off?
I guess maybe sell them on the black market for money.
that's a question for when we catch Jerome.
That is, we don't know his motivations beyond set these off to make an example of people.
It's almost a question I don't want to know the answer to.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you there.
You've got my details, right? Griff said he gave them to you?
Yes.
If I recall, I've got them, yeah.
Right.
We'll definitely be contacting you if we find anything else.
Yeah, I will keep you in the loop. I feel this is probably something I should be making decisions now, because I'm just an officer. I'm not a part of the science team or anything.
I certainly understand that.
Well, I think
But with a
especially if your
previous
men,
encounter, I know I can trust you.
also if your men are about to raid his warehouses, they need to know immediately.
Yes,
Yes.
they need to know exactly what this is, because one stray
Yeah.
bullet can set one of these off.
Because he might have been planning on you all. He was knows about you raiding, that's a perfect trap to set these off in enclosed spaces.
Exactly. It doesn't seem to take much to serve or to render them ineffective against you. We've managed to deal with them with simple gas mask, gloves, boots, things like that. But I don't imagine it would be as friendly if it was the entire concoction set off at once.
We have also managed to disable the orb with duct tape temporarily.
Well, we didn't disable it. We contained it long enough to get it to a safe place.
Don't
Exactly.
ask about the duct tape.
Yet don't ask about the duct tape.
Duct tape. Right, I'll make sure everyone has a roll of that at least, just in case.
Why is duct tape not standard issue anymore?
Well, they prefer handcuffs instead of duct tape. I mean, have you seen what happens to fur when you duct tape people's hands together?
That's why I use zip ties.
That sounds like a them problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but public relations and all that. It's probably why we've gone so soft. Too busy being the nice guys. Alright, I'll square this away.
Alright. It was good seeing you again. You have perfect timing.
We'll see what we can find out on our end about Jerome, where he is.
Well, my section is the best, got the fastest response time in the city, and still proud of it. He gives like a big cheesy grin and a big thumbs up.
We certainly appreciate it.
Because helping the people is a game to him, apparently.
Hey, if you treat it that way, it gets your numbers up. It's all good.
And the gunman is literally thrown into the back of a van, stripped down to basically his clothes, and all his gear is in a different van.
Oh, as a question while we have you, since you've now seen what we're dealing with in this process, just in case we run into this sort of issue again, might we get a permit to temporarily use slightly bigger firearms? Maybe? We're not asking for rocket launchers or anything, just a little bit better than a pea shooter.
He gives a slight smile and sort of taps his head. Give me a couple of moments. And with that, he goes back to his squad as they're squaring away. And as they start literally start piling into their vans again, you get a little beep on your toggles as he's literally sent it to you via email.
So we
Wave as they depart.
So did we already have level 1 perm?
And did they leave the rifle?
No, they took that away as evidence.
Okay,
That was
that's what I figured.
probably IP locked anyway.
Probably.
I can get through IP lock, but then again, it's evidence.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, back to Griff? I would say back to Griff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and inform him of the situation.
So does anyone remember what happened before you left?
Before we left
What did he say to you before you left? Don't shoot the
Sorry.
place. Don't shoot the place up.
He started it.
Well, we didn't shoot the bar up. He shot the bar up. We ran away from the bar and shot him.
And to be fair, I didn't miss.
Yeah. Neither did I. I only fired one shot, and it wasn't a bullet.
Yeah. So you guys return back to Griff, and as predicted, he does fly off the handle a little bit. You got into a firefight, and he's sort of pointing to Averion's, the bullet hole that's still in his arm. It's probably been bandaged up, but I mean, it's still visible that he's been shot there. And then
Wait, why was Griff shot?
No, he points to Averion's.
me.
Yeah, and then he regards the still smoking fox on.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably stop at a clinic on the way over there first, and
I can
Get
heal.
ourselves
I can
healed.
take care of myself.
Pain makes me stronger.
I have a perk on me, and I'm a doctor. I'll deal with it.
all right.
Just gets a spray bottle out and just starts spraying down all the smoking parts. That'll do.
I mean, I can make heal checks.
I feel
Actually, hold on.
I feel that's something you probably don't want to do in the back of the car or on the side of a street.
No. Do you not remember my skill combination?
Refresh my memory. I may have forgotten some of it.
So I have. Hold on. Let me pull.
Ooh, actually, wait.
I have first aid, command, and heal thyself. So if I am within line of sight and within hearing distance of people, everyone that is hurt can heal themselves for D3 as a support action. D3.
Actually, hang on. I can deal with it before you even get to me, I think. No.
Each of us heal 2 wounds.
Let's just move
All
people
right.
back.
I still have to look this up.
Let's get rid of that turn order. But yeah, I will assume that at some point, either before or after, you will take the time to patch yourself up.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we got paid for that. Oh well.
Well, not by them anyway.
True.
I mean, we can still go into the Buddy Torsett and have him pay us. Wink,
Who?
wink.
You've still got
Buddy Torsett,
the
the kind owner of the car.
yeah, the guy's bank account details you swiped.
Pretty sure he did nothing to deserve.
Look,
Fine.
he can
I won't-
afford a car that's able to be controlled by his smartphone. He can afford a couple of thousand missing.
Okay, so yeah, before you even get the chance to do the healing stuff, you notice Liam lick the bullet wound and then apply a bandage afterwards.
I still wonder how canine saliva heals wounds that fast.
Well, it doesn't heal it; it's just antiseptic. But the only time it actually takes a wound off as the saliva itself is if the character is down.
Yeah.
But you can apply it with a bandage and poof.
No more
It prevents
bleedy hole.
infection. Exactly.
So, what do you inform Griff exactly?
So Rodney's still alive. Even though somebody tried to assassinate him, we showed the police the evidence that we've gathered. So they're aware. They're actually about to go raid a lot of Jerome's warehouses. So now they'll be prepared when they go in order to protect themselves from possible traps with the gas.
I'm kind of surprised why nobody questioned why the horse has antiseptic saliva.
I was, but I'm not there. I'm just disembodied voice in your head.
Exactly. I've already told you.
Wait, you have antiseptic saliva?
You
Yes,
can
I do.
spend money. You can, like, as a doctor, I'm not surprised. You can spend money to get operations or reclaimed operations that are from another species.
But my reclamation for this level was the iron hooves.
See, I don't know that, so there's no reason for me to be weirded out by.
He is a freak of nature. He should be dealt with accordingly.
Alright.
Surprised our officer friend didn't question something he should have noticed as well.
I feel like I probably should have picked up on that, but scene's been and gone.
Yeah. He can contact us later, or the next time he sees us and question it.
Yeah, you know that thing you did? How did you do that?
What thing?
Well, the officer wouldn't have noticed the antiseptic saliva because he left before I did it.
I noticed it, I just didn't question it.
Everyone's got a gimmick.
I'm about to have
Yeah,
quite a few gimmicks.
There was something else that the officer should have been questioning.
Anyways, let's focus now on this.
Yes.
Hmm?
So now we're just looking for leads on Jerome, really, as far as I can tell. And any information, like, we still haven't solved the case of why that guy died and why either the lizard and Kyle were there.
At this point, we really should turn the security firm into a detective agency.
So
Yeah.
So Griff sort of sits down. He gets his smart glass up and, like, with his finger, starts drawing things. And he's like, "So the rat was a drug runner, works for Jerome. Kyle
Catch
works
these notes
in like a separate one. Kyle works for Squares. Is also a runner of sorts."
And they were running the pink mist and all the ingredients from Jerome, we believe, to Lotus. Or Lotus was creating it for Jerome.
And the lizard, he asks, what was the lizard's part? What was he?
He was drugged out of his mind.
Yeah, he was just drugged by presumably the drug runner, and he
He
was an
worked-
employee of our
Yeah.
employer, our client.
So we
Sorry,
have,
former employee of our client.
yes, so we have 2 runners of 2 separate people who supply or build drugs. And this lizard was drugged into... Oh, I don't know. I feel like this... Sort of looking at like where the 3 arrows meet each other. He's like hands on his head. I feel like there's an answer staring at me, and I'm just not seeing it.
We also still can't tell who killed him. Nobody there left with a bladed weapon. And we still don't know who shot Kyle.
Maybe if we could just work out why they were there to begin with, we can start piecing together what happened.
It sounds like we need to go to Kyle again.
Yeah.
You sure he's gonna answer our questions?
Depends
That
on
means we gotta
everybody.
catch him again.
What about the lizard? Where's the lizard?
That's a good question.
The lizard's still in hospital, I think. He's out cold.
We got his name, didn't we?
Uh,
Him and the rat?
the rat's name was Mike. That was the only name Rodney exclaimed. The lizard, I don't believe, was given a name other than he used to be an employee.
Okay. So the rat. So we've got the scientist mouse is Mike, and the rat's name was Mike. Interesting.
Yeah, one's spelled M-I-K-E, the other one is spelled M-I-C-K.
That's Mick.
MYKE.
Oh.
So which one would be the MY? The rat?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we know his resident? Like, did he have an address?
The rat, none was on record. Or none that was shown to you, anyway.
What about the lizard?
The lizards, none was offered to you. I don't believe you asked about any residents.
No, I don't. We didn't ask Carlene for that. We might want to talk to Carlene about the lizard a little bit more, because now we know that he was involved in this somehow.
Alright, let's go see her.
Or possibly involved anyway.
Actually, let's just call her from the office with Rick there.
Yeah, I was about to say, probably best, like details you could probably easily do via phone or email.
Well, we might want to do it in person, because we might also want to inform her that there might be a risk of a bioweapon being set off at her sporting event.
I mean,
it's a possible target.
you've got a hacker on site. You can set up an encrypted direct link.
This is
Yeah,
true.
I've done it already. Like twice at least.
You've probably got that on speed dial, like as a permanent setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, let's do that.
Alright, let me set it up.
Alright.
I press some buttons and
Yeah. So yeah, as you ask her the details and inform her of the potential biobomb that may be set up in her complex, which one do you lead with?
We're going to lead with the questions about the lizard. Or at least I will.
Smart move.
Because I imagine she's going to go into full panic mode as soon as we mention the bomb.
So, yeah, she will give you the details of his last known apartment. When his employment got terminated, they stopped keeping tabs on him.
And his name?
His name was Raf.
R-A-F-F-E?
Let's see if I can spell this right. As in Raphael, but shortened to Raf. So,
Okay, so just R-A-F probably.
yeah. I think it's R A. I think it's PH. Something like. No, R. Raf. RATH. So I had to look it up. I have my notes on me for once.
Okay.
It's a standard complex apartment, like typical working man's, one of the cookie cutter builds of apartment complexes.
All right.
And she
Then we will mention the biobomb. And watch her eyes go really wide.
there's this point of like she's not sure if you're just is this humor? Are you trying to pull my leg? You having a laugh?
River
If we were
Song.
joking about this, we'd be a lot less serious.
You having a giggle?
Literally the other day, I literally removed your employee's lungs the other day.
Because of one of these bioweapons.
So you're not having a giggle, right?
No. And of course I'm going to send her pictures of what they might look like and impress upon her very thoroughly why not to open these.
She has this very pained, polite smile across her face. I feel that's what we should be looking out for. Gotta go, gotta sort all that out. Cheers. And she literally hangs up on you.
Okay, so we've got a bit more information there.
Mm.
We've got her back up to speed. We've got Griff up to speed.
She also does, like, a couple of minutes later, does send you via an encrypted email a passcode that will get you into Raf's apartment.
All right. And just before we go in, just to make sure everything is all legal and on the up and up, I'll contact our IRPF friend and make sure it's all right that we go into this apartment. Since it is not ours and breaking and entering is a nasty charge.
Yes. Excuse me. He trusts you guys will be discreet while he is a police officer. He's not authorized to just let people break the law, so he's like,
Well, no, but he can, but if there's reasonable suspicion, we can always get a warrant.
He's happy, like, to get a proper warrant would probably take too long, and with everything else going on in his sector, they won't get round to that.
Okay.
But he says, as long as you're discreet and don't cause a scene.
If we don't blow the place up, he'll look the other way.
He can't imagine anyone will report you if you leave it as it's found and you don't cause suspicion.
Yeah.
Or
And we have the code, so we can just walk in like we've got the key.
Yeah.
So yes, let's do so.
And I think I'm going to have to call that there because that's all I really had planned.
So are we still in the same arc?
What did I say last time? I forget. I said
You said at the end.
end last time. I said I think you were close to finishing the first arc. Or was that the session before?
No, that was the last session.
Yeah.
Last session, I believe we hit the next landmark. We should have. That's credits. 259 EXP at the moment. Total.
Mm.
Yep, that's what I got.
Same. Not including any from this session.
Yeah, so I think this is now going into the next arc because a lot of pieces are starting to fall together.
Alright, I have some money to spend before Arc 2 should start.
Oh, speaking of money, do you want me to make a withdrawal from his bank account?
Just hear Maxwell just like, I'm still on the line. I can't hear you.
He's not. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, his name's Maxwell, right? Our IRPF contact. I should have that down in the notes.
Yeah, he's not IRPF per se, but he's part of a police corp that is Pulse IRPF combined.
Pulse RPF?
Basically, yeah. So because he is not,
And what was he?
he is a stallion vector.
Horse friend.
Alright, so.
Yeah, he's pretty much like the polar opposite of you, Liam. He's like his fur is pure white. He's got a very long, flowing, it's almost blonde mane. Very buff. Like color wise, he's almost your exact opposite. Build wise, he's probably probably not as tall as you, but he's definitely buffer.
Well, remember, I've got a body exert of 3, but I am set for speed more, so I would be lean.
Yeah, so he's not quite as tall as you, but he's definitely got the muscle mass.
I thought you were Danny DeVito in horse mode. Like,
Danny DeVito. No, I'm like 6'8" and runner build.
oh.
I'm a former Pulse athlete.
I know, but...
Danny DeVito, you're thinking of is our fox. Very short and round.
I'm not Danny DeVito.
Having seen all the Danny DeVito memes, they all just came rushing back, but they've all just got the horse head.
Let me put you in the trash where you belong.
I'm the trash man.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm a former Pulse athlete who was just sort of ejected from the circuit under suspicious circumstances.
So, did we get money or did we not?
It depends
That's
on
a good
whether
question.
I make you withdraw.
And are we getting a reward for turning in the gunman, or for
Saving Roddy's
informing
life.
our client that or that she has a bomb in her building, and we really need to deal with it and how to deal with it,
So,
or potentially a bomb in her building.
you do get a because you guys have been raking it in of late, so you do get a fee. I'm going to say $250 each.
Okay.
More to be discussed at a later date. And as in standard XP wise, with a bonus, free XP because of the on points intro.
So 18
How
total?
many?
18 total, I believe, if my maths is correct. Because standard is 15 plus free, 18.
So I'm saying we have 272 experience.
Okay, 8 plus 9 is 7,
Yeah, sorry, yeah, 277.
or 17, so yeah, 277.
All right. Let me spend 20 of that so you get 2 more proficiencies.
I'm going to get 2 notoriety and 2 proficiencies.
I think I might be able to get the level 4 mind expert.
You went super robotic then for me.
Alright.
I apologise if you're hearing that. Someone's shouting out my window.
One.
We all have plus 100 from last game.
What was that?
Remember, last game, everyone received plus 100.
Plus 100, what was it?
Because of my surgery I did last session.
Oh, gold or credits.
Yep.
How did we get 100 credits out of your surgery?
Riversong paid me $400 credits for saving her compadre.
Oh, yeah, I've already got that calculated in on mine.
Same.
So I'm about to do an operation that might take me out for a bit. Actually, wait, no, there's no recovery times. Never mind.
We're just
So
going to
after
put
we've
you
hung
on.
up with our IRPF contract, how much are we withdrawing from this poor man's account?
I believe that would be a roll to see how much.
Or rather, how much are you withdrawing with it and then laundering through us? But still.
Well, the first thing is, are you withdrawing it to your bank account?
Directly would probably be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Offshore, off-planet Mercury safe account. Mercury is like the Switzerland of bank accounts.
Mercury
Mercury
or
is inhabitable.
Gamonade?
I was pretty sure Mercury was still just a rock floating in space.
No, there's some stuff on Mercury.
Huh, I don't remember that. I'll have to look through again.
I believe, yeah, there is some biodomes on Mercury. However, I don't understand why you'll go closer to the giant exploding ball in the sky.
Yeah, this is a true fair point.
It was I think from Sound and Silence, it was used as like a testing site for weapons and shit because there was no one there.
That vaguely sounds familiar, yeah.
You should really read Sound and Silence.
I
I'm still
know.
going through it. I haven't caught up yet. I just got to the ASR section.
Yeah,
All right.
I do need to read that. I've just got a lot of things going on at the moment because I had a Pathfinder game Sunday, I had a Pathfinder game yesterday, and I'm DMing today. So,
Wow.
yes.
Anyways, how do you want to roll or just judge how much money we get from?
Roll me a I'm gonna say roll a d10. $700 credits
Ooh.
Total or each?
total. Unless you
Alright.
unless you want me to start rolling to see if anyone notices that a large amount of money's gone missing from their account.
Yeah, 700 could probably be hidden as some random fee. Anything more than
Yeah.
that, you're going to start getting questions.
Hmm.
Why have I spent 7,000 credits on groceries?
On cheese.
It just says
on cheese
groceries.
doodles. No, specifically cheese doodle.
On cheese doodles. Really?
Cheese doodles? What are they?
They're like cheese puffs.
But that's
Oh.
some kind of like subscription from Netflix or something.
When you said cheese doodles, I was like, is that like a cheese twist?
Kind of like Cheetos.
Yeah.
So how much per person's like? Do you want to just make it even 200 per person?
I was playing it 3 ways or 4 ways to include arena.
Well, either way, it doesn't split evenly for either of those numbers because it's 700.
I mean, 700 does divide by 4 evenly.
Does it?
Yeah, 175. Now, dividing it 3 ways does not.
Yeah, 175 for 4-way.
Yeah, that works.
Alrighty. Each one of us gets 175 each.
Yep.
Woo!
So including the 200 you got from Riversong. So that's 375.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm very excited for one. I need to go. I need to go see my people about something.
See your people?
Yep.
I need to go now. My people need me. Ooh.
More like I need my people in their facilities.
So
They owe me a discount.
So Liam is going to spend his off time reading up on some engineering and practicing ranged combat since he's been in 2 gunfights now. Even if he didn't get shot in the first one.
And Marin's going to read up a little bit more on software and coding and a bit of stealth as well.
I'm going
Also,
to be honest.
Fast Horse now has a movement of 6.
I'm going to be on an operating table.
And I'm gonna go find an RRH vest.
Yeah. What
to buy.
page is the where they keep all the what level is what firearms?
It's their gear score is the level.
Because I remember that there was a page where it's like level 0 you're allowed to carry a pistol. Level 2 you're allowed to wear armor.
That's a
and padlock.
notoriety. It's in the notoriety section.
That's why I can't find it. So I just wanted to double check what security clearance you've been given before I say anything.
That's a good question.
And I cannot find it. This contents menu is awful.
I will tell you the page number in just a moment. Gear score.
I'm going to be looking.
Adventuring, contest experience.
Clearance levels 228 in the book, 229 in the PDF.
No, that's brilliant. I just exited the 220, did you say?
229 if you're in the PDF.
Two
And it's at the bottom of the page.
290. What was it you said?
229.
I'm way far. I'm way out. I was in the 290s.
Oh, if you're in the book, it's 228.
219, 25, 27, 28. And
It should be at
it's
the bottom of the page.
so dark, and I can't be bothered. I use my phone as a flashlight. So you have clearance of level 3. Well, level 2 when on the streets, but you can have in a secure case in your car up to level 3.
Well, in that case, I am going to change what my purchase is instead of the IRH vest. I'm going to get a tactical folding crossbow or a folding composite bow and get the use my notoriety. I just got to add that to my thing, so I can carry one higher.
So yeah, you're allowed to open carry up to level 2, but you can have on you in a case up to level 3.
Well, if I do this, I can open carry up to level 3 and then
Just have
have
it,
up to level 4.
just have a bazooka in the car, just in case.
But it only counts as that cross or composite bow, and if I get a new armor later on, I can add that in. It's a notorious contextual adaptation.
Just open carry a assault rifle, and then you can be one step closer to being a redneck.
So I think the only thing you guys would notice is different about me after I come back is my eyes have changed color. And this was
Notorious Arian's going to notice this and ask, "Ooh, what'd you get?"
I just draw my claw across my palm, and you notice the color is not red anymore. What comes out?
Oh, new blood. Nice.
That and one other thing, one or two other things.
New blood, eh?
Bad.
I imagine it'll be useful if we have to run something, a chemical agent that's made out of whispers. Who knows? I might be immune to it.
Yeah, just your skin
I
and
vote we don't
bones.
test that.
Yeah, but we all know now who's going to be going in if we have to.
So yeah, hope this was a good session for people.
Yeah.
Certainly was.
Sorry about the grenade, but it's going to get more and more like that the further you go.
I hope it does.
Next time there'll be 2 grenades.
Next time it'll be for you and not me.
Next session we'll do shapes. But yeah, sorry about having to dash away halfway through. Parents started talking to me, and yeah.
Oh, that's no problem at all.
It happens.
Exactly.
So, from what I've heard, weekends aren't going to be good for people.
No, the weekdays will not.
Yeah. Yeah, weekdays won't be.
Oh, so the Tuesdays won't be.
Weekends
it'll
work
be
fine.
Because I won't be getting home from... I'll be leaving the house to go drive the bus at around 1 o'clock, and then I won't be getting home until around 5.
So,
Which would put it 3 hours later for you if we were to try and... Or, sorry, 4 hours later for you if we were to try and start it on a weekday.
so you get home at 5. Yeah, so I will...
5 Atlantic time, yeah.
That's like 9. Yeah, that's 9 p.m. for me.
Exactly.
I hate living on an island halfway across the world.
I hear that. My island's much bigger, but I still hate it.
Technically, everything's an island.
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Nova Scotia is a bridge away from being completely disconnected from the mainland.
Hmm.
At least there's water where all of you are.
All I have is lake water.
I am in the middle of a goddamn desert.
Yeah.
See, sometimes I feel that would be nice, because on one side of my house, I have a river.
Trust.
The other side of the house, I have the ocean.
Yeah. When it gets to triple digits outside, including at night, you will not think that.
Oh, don't worry. It does that here too. Only we have 100% humidity with it.
Hmm.
That's unfortunate for you.
Yes, yes, it is. It's very uncomfortable.
See, over here, it's just, if the temperature gets above 30, public transport stops because it's unsafe to drive.
Yeah, I've had it be over 60 degrees in my car, melting things on my dashboard hot.
Hmm. I can't remember where it
The
was.
AC doesn't work.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was, but I did see someone baking cookies in their Lamborghini because it was so hot.
Yeah, I could probably do that. In my Volvo.
Alright.
I got a Lamborghini in my garage making cookies.
So yeah, you notice that the eye color had changed to purple. Because that apparently happens when you get new blood.
Doesn't your skin color change as well?
I have heard.
Yeah, but I mean the skin color would change as well, wouldn't it?
Well,
So
I'm a
your
fuck.
tongue
My lips,
thinks that wrong.
my lips are already black. I'm a fuck.
Yeah, this is true. Tongue isn't though, so now your tongue is blue. Purple.
Does the tongue turn purple? I don't know.
It'd be exposed flesh.
I guess. I could just say I ate some pixie sticks. But yeah, I got that and predictive reflexes. And
Ooh.
yeah, new blood predictive reflexes, and I got a reclaimed surgery that was not from my species.
So now
Does anybody want to see what it was?
Sure.
everyone
Are you
leans
sure?
in around the table.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. I opened my mouth and scream. roll for being disruptive.
What in the name of God?
What's going on?
You got a dolphin reclamation, if I recall.
Yes, I did. I now have a purge wave, and I can scream at people.
So now you can read like no one's ever read before.
Yes.
I'm
gonna try and get
again. Foxes are pretty loud, anyways.
They actually can't growl.
Nope.
No, they scream though.
Yes, which fits thematically. My plan after this is get to the echolocation, so that way I can pull the Daredevil like sight vision in the dark. Because the dolphin echolocation combined with this pretty much gives me Daredevil vision.
Nice.
So then you don't need your eyes; they are useless to you.
Yeah,
I got blind sight.
Yeah, Liam's previous reclamation, the one that he started with, was antiseptic saliva, and then the one he just got was iron hooves.
People start asking, "Are you part dolphin?" No.
Shit.
Now the question is, do you want us to roll if we get reclamations from other species, if we get a physical manifestation?
I don't
That
have to, because I have a fun thing.
Because you're a freak of nature. We've already established that.
Well, they don't know just how much of a freak I am. Because we somehow managed to miss all of his possible surprise points.
Yes. So sometimes you guys say something like, "Oh, I can do this," and I'm like, I don't remember reading that.
You know what you can do? Read Sound and Silence then.
So I don't.
Well, I'm
remember.
going to suggest that the officer, upon giving us this clearance, just to get it out of the way quickly, is going to have noticed something and gone back to look deeper into it. Because as you recall, I mentioned something to you about what happened at that landmark. That a police officer really should have noticed upon giving me clearance for bigger firearms.
I just sent some details to a ghost, didn't I? He says like at the night, just like, oh. How did I send him my details?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a
Well, there's
goop.
records of me existing.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have any birth records. And he won't show up in evidence very easily.
I feel like I goofed on that part, but at the same time, there's enough reasons how they could have done it, so don't worry about it.
No worries.
Don't worry about it.
I'm more trying to make sure you keep up with it for your records than mine.
Yes.
That and you can do fun things with it later.
Oh, yes, I plan to.
Oh, just wait till I get even higher. Then real fun things start happening.
Mm. Right. So, see you guys then. So I probably won't have anything done for the Sunday coming. The weekend after that, I am working. The fortnight from today, well, Tuesday fortnight time, is not good for anyone anymore.
I am good until September 4th. If
So
it's
he'll
after
be good.
that, then I'll be. If it's after September 4th, then I won't be able to do weekdays.
That'll be 3 weeks from now.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will message closer to the time, and then if not, we can just wait a bit longer and return to the scheduled Sunday shifts.
Yeah,
All right.
Alright,
sounds a plan to me.
Catch you guys later then.
take care.
Have a good one.